back, everybody. Yes, I'm back. Yeah, COVID sucks. I'm not 100%, but I'm getting there. I'm now back at work, so yeah, hopefully I'll feel much better in the next few weeks from now. Hopefully I'll be okay for Christmas. Right, okay. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that checked up on me while I was sick in bed. I didn't spend all my time in bed though. I had to get up and do something, so I've been doing a couple of small little bits in here, as you can probably see from the montage. You've probably noticed that I've now got black curtains around the whole layout now. It helps to make it look a little bit more tidier. And also I've built a new switch panel over in the corner as well. Under normal circumstances, I don't think I probably would have had time to do it, but I come down with COVID, so I made the most of it. So like I said, a big thank you to everybody who was checking up on me, especially Anthony Dodge from the Model Train Outsider. He gave a shout out to me during one of his live streams, and I've also seen the Matt Clark Railway Detective series as well, the Christmas special. That was funny. That was very funny. Yeah, that certainly put a big smile on my face. That did. Cougar's Hole is like, I just can't get over the Cougar's Hole. There's so many innuendos in that one. It was unbelievable. But yes, well done, mate. That was and to Joyce as well, of course, your partner. Yeah, that between the pair of you, that was very clever indeed. Also, a big thank you to Alan Wills at Dragon Junction as well. He gave a quick shout out to me as well, I think in his last video, and also helped Anthony also get up to over 1,000 subscribers as well. So that was a fantastic Christmas present for him. That was. I was properly made up when he managed that. But yeah, that was really good. So yeah, as you can see from the montage, that quite a lot of progress has happened over the past year. This time last year, there was absolutely nothing at all in here other than a big mess. Of course, since then, I've stripped the entire room out, fixed the floor, repaired the bits and pieces that needed repairing in the room. One thing that I wished I did do was put double sockets in. I have a single socket in the one corner and a single socket in the other corner. It's something I can still do, but I just wished I did it when I had a little bit more room. But now, as a consequence, I've now got a layout around here, which is fantastic. The entire layout so far, I think, has cost me probably, I would say, less than a couple of £100. The biggest expense is the track. I have spent a lot of money on track this year. Points, of course, are not cheap. But apart from the concrete sleepered pieces of track that are around the new Finnerton Central, them are the only pieces I've actually purchased brand new. And when I say brand new, I mean brand new old stock. So even that was at a discounted price. But yeah, absolutely everything is currently second hand. So there's been a lot of pieces that I've had to fix and repair. There will be more on the microwave turntable hopefully next year. I do have a space for that, but I will see how I'm going to fit that in when I build it, because the particular section it's going into hasn't been built yet. As for the record player turntable, that is operating exceptionally well. It really is. And to be fair, I believe it actually operates very close to how a turntable should operate, I think. Um, of course, with your digital ones, you do have positions where it can just suddenly lock into place and be absolutely perfect every single time. But of course, if you're operating a turntable manually, sometimes you can just miss it, like I do. So there's a little bit of fun involved in trying to get it to line up. So of course, when you do it spot on first time, there's a big roar of laughter in here. Like, yeah, I've finally done it. um, so that's working exceptionally well. The only bit I've got left to do on the base level now is I need to fit 5-point motors to either side of Finnerton Central. And of course, with that, the wiring and the new switches as well to go in them, of which I will be purchasing in the new year. I'm already starting to make a list of stuff for the Stafford show, because I found quite often than not, I end up going into a show, I see something that I really like that's the bargain price, and I thought, oh, I must have that. Then I see something I really need and I don't have enough money left. So this year I've got to try and hold back a little bit and buy everything that I need first before I go around buying stuff that I perhaps may need. The Morley controller is back. Cutting a long story short, it was the transformer that I blew up on controller number 2. And as a consequence, and I'm going to blame COVID for this, but I don't think I was thinking straight when I was wiring it all back up again. And as a consequence, I've wired it up wrong again. And this time I've blown the transformer on controller number 1. It won't be going back to Morley for a repair. By the time I've paid for the shipping for it to go there, be fixed, and this time I will more than likely end up having to pay for it because it was free last time, thank God. And then having to pay for it to come back also. It's going to be much cheaper for me to buy another transformer for it. Something else that I perhaps will do. But do I buy another transformer, or do I bite the bullet and buy another Gauge Master controller like the one I used to have? Yeah, I wished I hadn't sold it now, in hindsight, but it's gone to a very good home. Speaking of which, you will also have noticed that on my channel there is a video on there from recently from Burton Junction. Now, Burton Junction is a loft layout that belongs to a very good friend of mine, and like a lot of other modelers, he doesn't want to be in front of the camera, which is completely and totally understandable. But for now, we will call him Mr. X. Until of course he decides otherwise. But yeah, so we have yet another modeler who we don't know, like Timber Surf. Well, some of you have met Timber Surf, I still haven't, and I'm hoping to at Stafford. So what's the next plan for Finnerton Central? Well, the next plan is to now start building the incline. I will go into that a little bit more detail in another video. I think I might have made a small mistake in terms of the rake of the incline. It is a lot steeper than I assumed it was, but it's less than 4%. but it's not the 2% I assumed it was to begin with. I think it's 3 point something or another. But anyway, I'm going to build the track up to the window this side here, and then I'm going to start experimenting with a couple of trains and see how long a train I can actually get up the incline. But for now, I think I'm still toying with the whole idea of how the layout is going to work. But I think the base level is going to work independently from the top level. Although there will be a rail link between the two, there will be an intermediate train station between the two levels. So theoretically there are 3 levels, but it really only will be actually 2, just for a bit of fun. There's going to be a station in between. So theoretically you can actually bring trains from the top level all the way down to the base level and vice versa. As to whether a full length train will be able to go up the incline is another thing altogether. If it does, fantastic. If it doesn't, then there is a plan B. Plan B being top and bottom levels will be independent, and there will be only things like DMUs and small trains going up and down between the two. So I think that will bring a little bit more of a fun factor into the layout. It's certainly been designed with more than one person operating the layout in mind. Because I mean, let's face it, when I do have people coming around to visit the layout, I want to have some good fun with it, so getting other people to interact within the layout as well as other than just standing there and watching it, I think is probably a better idea. Although I will be able to operate the layout on my own, it'll just be easier with more than one. Anyway, all that's left for me to say now really is a massive big thank you to all the new subscribers I've had this year. The amount of subscribers I've had this year has been overwhelming. I've had more this year than any one year ever since I started my YouTube channel. Honestly, a big massive thank you to all the new subscribers. But to every subscriber, a big thank you, because without you, I don't think I would have gotten this far. You are the driving force, so to speak, in me getting this done. So a massive big thank you to everybody that's helped support me this year. While we're on that subject, of course, I would like to say a big massive thank you to Craig Mason of New Durham Junction for the box of goodies that he sent me this year. I haven't used all of it yet, but as the layout progresses, I will be using more bits and pieces. And of course to Dave Spears as well of David Train Time. He also gave me a big box of goodies as well, and especially the track that he gave me is going to most definitely be coming in handy. And also the 5-point motors that I need to fit around Finnerton Central. I will be fitting the point motors that Dave's given me as well. So yes, absolutely everything that both of you have given me this year will eventually come in useful. I don't like letting anything go to waste, so if I can come up with some sort of an idea out of the bits and pieces that I've got, then great. If not, I'll think of something. I usually do. Right, anyway, I've been blabbering on way too long now. So all I can say really is a big thank you to everybody and have a Merry Christmas, and I will see you all in the new year. Cheers all, and happy modelling.